Alright, so we're going to have lunch with a friend, but today is a gorgeous day. Oh my goodness. It's hard to believe. November 8th, just a few days after the election. The sun is shining. We're here in central North Carolina, and I think today, right now, it's about 70 degrees. Uncharacteristically warm for fall. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day to be riding. So this bike, I think pretty much everybody on my channel knows this bike is fairly new to me. I got this bike for an incredible deal. Wasn't actually planning on buying a bike right now, but again, this one came up, and it was kind of one of those things where you just couldn't refuse such a great price. But you know, we have other priorities right now, so I'm going to ride it for a few months, and then I'll sell it come spring, and see if we can make a few dollars on it. We've got just some other priorities. I'll get another bike in the hopefully not too distant future again, but in the meantime, I'm going to ride it as much as I can during the fall and winter as long as the weather permits. And if it continues to be like this, oh my goodness. I mean, it is just insanely beautiful. I do like this bike. This is a fun bike to ride. This is a 2008 Kawasaki Mean Streak. It's the Vulcan 1600 Mean Streak. And I had a 650 Honda Shadow quite a few years ago. That was when I rode in college. And it was a good bike. Not near the power this has, obviously, as the 650, but it was good. I rode that thing rain, sleet, or shine in Seattle, Washington, and it looked kind of funny. I'm a pretty decent-sized fellow, bigger now than I was back then, but even back then, you know, I'm 6'2", and at least back then I'm probably more like 6'1" and a half now, probably, but I rode that bike, though, like I say, all the time. That was my only means of transportation. My wife had the vehicle, and anyways, every once in a while, I was working landscaping with a friend and a couple of other guys. You know, every once in a while we need a ride, so one of them would hop on the bike with me. So two grown men riding a little 650 in Seattle in the rain. We'd go work in the mud all day and then ride back. I don't really know what we were thinking, but that was some good times. But anyways, this bike, man, it just rides so nice. There's no lack of power. Tons of torque. I think I saw somebody say that they measured the torque and they couldn't stop the wheel from turning, but even at that, I think it was getting over 108 foot-pounds of torque or something like that, which is definitely plenty, especially for a cruiser. You know, I know it's not a crotch rocket, but for a cruiser, definitely plenty of power. It handles incredibly well. I think the dry weight on it, I'll have to look back up. I think the dry rate's around 750 or something like that. But this actually feels just as nimble as my 650 did. So I do know it's got inverted front forks, which I think helps with handling around curves and things like that. But even just slow maneuvering, I feel more in control of this bike than I ever did And it might just be that it fits my size better as well. That I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm really, really digging this bike. So the Mean Streak, also called it Meanie. A lot of people call it the Kawasaki Meanie. It's a great bike. You know, if I was another year or two down the road, this is not one I would sell. I would keep it, and I'd put some miles on this thing because it's comfortable. I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, current configuration, and this is pretty true of most Mean Streaks, it just has your main seat, and then it's got a little bit of a seat in the back if you have a passenger, but that would not be a comfortable long ride. It does not have a backrest, doesn't have bags. A lot of people will put bags. It's got the bars for them, so I may put just some little saddlebags on there just for making it more convenient to ride, but honestly, that's not what this bike is intended for. I mean, it's just intended for really a single rider that wants to feel the power and go for a nice ride, and it's perfect for that. I would be curious, other bike owners, what bikes do you have, and what have been your favorite bikes? These are the only two bikes I've ever owned, but I would be curious if you have experience like the Yamaha V-Star series or something like that. Obviously, the Harley riders have their opinion as far as any Japanese bike, of course. But even that, I'd still love to hear what your favorite bike was, if you're a Harley owner or something else. I'm not really personally ever going to be interested in, you know, a street bike. I'm going to be more cruiser style personally, and that's just my preference. But again, that's just more my style. I'm not a speed demon or looking necessarily for the thrill of the ride, other than just the freedom you feel. Not necessarily looking for that speed or high maneuverability and things like that. That's not definitely not what I'm looking for. I do want enough power to be able to get me where I need to go and feel very confident and comfortable in the bike. But like I say, my style is more just cruiser, be comfortable, sit up a little bit straighter, mosey on down the road, go see some things. But yeah, definitely would love to hear from everybody else what your favorite bike is, or style of bike, what type of riding you like to do. Are there apps or things that you like on the bike? So I hear a lot of people use, I think it's the Riser app that help map out trips and things like that. I haven't really used it yet, but curious on everybody's thoughts on that. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. Some sort of slowdown going on up here. Not sure what's going on here. Hopefully everybody's okay.